Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 2.0. In today's episode I have quite a few things on my to-do list. No major projects right now as we finish the research, but there are many minor things I would like to accomplish today. First things first, I moved the exosuit forge and the storage bin downstairs so they don't have to equip a atmosuit in order to deal with that machine. That also means we have the space for another transit tube access point. Right now with the amount of duplicants we have, I think 2 are more than enough. But yeah, let's get started with the big one here downstairs. I would like to excavate most of the granite that we can see right here in order to supply my hatch farms. And it has been pointed out in the comment section that we are supposed to find a couple of volcanoes. For instance, right here, this could be a volcano. And if you didn't know, magma that cools down enough is actually gonna convert into igneous rock that we then can use to feed our hatches. So there's a possibility to get infinite food for my hatches. I would like to establish a layer of ceramic insulated tiles just above the magma. And I think I might use the abyssalite as a division point. Yeah, it looks like the abyssalite comes all the way up to here. This would not be a bad spot to actually set up this layer. So I'm already gonna do this also so that we can guesstimate how much ceramic we still need. Looks like this is being used up pretty quickly. Holy cow, that was like 30 tons of ceramic, but no problem. We can just go ahead and craft some more. It actually goes pretty quickly. Maybe another thing I could do temporarily is set up some deodorizers here on the top as well in order to create even more clay. And then even more importantly, I would like to establish more transit tube points. So we are gonna go below the printing pod and then I would like to dive straight down. Considering we don't have this many machines anymore, I think we can go ahead and get rid of this one coal generator here. Gonna get rid of the cabling as well. And then I would like to continue diving down at this point. So these tiles will have to go as well as the ladders. Let's make sure we only destroy the ladders. Hold the phone. This is the wrong tile. Actually, I already left the tile free. This is where my transit tube is gonna go. So if we continue from this point, I would like to have a place all the way down into the cellar. Maybe to this point or even down to the ceramic layer. So maybe that's the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna dig our way all the way down to this point. Now let me think. Maybe I want the ceramic layer to add up with my ladder system. If we do it right here, this is pretty close to the lava layer, so not sure that is the best of ideas. Yeah, let me put the ceramic layer 2 blocks up so it's even with the ladders there. So right there is going to be the new ceramic layer. We can still dig everything up. And then we're gonna dig our way all the way down here. And this is actually where the transit tube is gonna go. I can actually do this right away. And we want to end up right here with our access point. Wonderful. That means we can go ahead and set up the rest. Actually, I need to be careful here that I don't accidentally dig up the volcano before we are ready to tame it. But essentially, I would like to dig everything up in this vicinity right there, excluding the volcano tiles. Now let's actually see how far this goes. Okay, I think I should be able to dig all the way up to here without exposing the volcano. And also here at the bottom, I would like to see everything gone. So that is going to be a good project for my duplicants. Let's do the same thing on the other side as well. Ladders all the way. What material? I'm still using sandstone for the ladders. That might not be the wisest thing. On the other side, I've done it throughout the entirety of the base. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to it. And if possible, we're going to focus on the transit tube access points so they can travel at least quickly. Also right here, I would like to see everything destroyed in this place. Looks like there's another volcano here. That means access to 2 of them. And yeah, there we go. There's a third one even. 3 volcanoes. Not bad if we tame them all. So essentially, I would like to take apart all these ladders. Transit tube is gonna go down here. And then we're gonna move over again and down again. I should have just enough plastics to actually finish this. One more thing I forgot about is to place a storage chest for my bristle blossom seeds as well as the thimbleweed seeds. So that's what I'm gonna do right here. Right now, I believe I'm keeping them all here. Yeah, looks like it. Thimbleweed, you can get out of this chest. And where are the blossom seeds? Right there. And of course, they should now go right into here. At a priority of 6, I believe. That's what I keep them at. So priority 5 is all the commands that I'm giving, and priority 6 is what I want to be done more quickly. As for this room right here, I noticed we cannot keep them at a low priority because The microchips have to be applied by Lindsay, and you can see she's doing that right now. That's why I'm keeping the generators at priority 7 right now. But here we go, plus 50%, so now this coal generator generates 900 watts, and Lindsay will have to do that every now and then to keep it going. Okay, fine, let's see if we have enough plastics to actually finish this. Yes, absolutely wonderful. This is actually looking good. The only thing we're missing is the power. Now, can we take apart some of the power I have laying around here? We only have a potential load of 865 watts. I think we're just gonna go with a small transformer here. So with one of these transformers, I only have to power it, and then we can take the power from here. What still needs the power is the auto sweeper here. We're not gonna need the rock crusher or anything else for that matter. So all of this basic cabling can go. We're gonna go ahead and place the rock crusher right there and provide it with power with our main cabling. We're then gonna keep going with our heavy watt wire, and we wanna go all the way down. Actually, we wanna go down here at this spot, so we have it the same way as we do upstairs. And right here, we would just have a whole bunch of ladders to finish this off. Right here, I need to be a little bit careful. Yeah, this needs to be a power bridge. So we're just gonna add that right there in order to supply this auto sweeper, but this will move eventually as well, so we'll not have to carry it for long. In the meantime, on the second planetoid, my utmost goal would be to improve the morale of O2. One way we could go about and do that is improve the rooms. All we need for a bedroom, for instance, is a single comfy bed and one decor item with enough room size. Same thing for the Great Hall. This needs to be larger, so we're gonna need a minimum size of 32 tiles, a decor item with plus 20 decor, and a recreational building. This room size is 16 tiles already, so if we just increase the room size like so, we get an additional 24 tiles. That would be enough. We can then go ahead, set up a water cooler right here. We're going to disable it so we don't have to resupply it all the time. And what should we use as decoration? I wonder if the molding would actually be enough. Just do it with the molding. We'll have to test that. But essentially, I can just set up some molding like so, and we should be golden. Can I not do it here? Not yet. Let's go ahead, take apart this wall as well. And this should give us a couple of morale points. If we have a look at R2, I'm going to need to spend another 6 points. So we need at least a morale of 15. So maybe it's also worth thinking about upgrading the bathroom eventually. With all that out of the way, let's leave the game running for a little bit and see how they actually do, and whether or not we have to intervene at some point. Now actually, with the new system in place, we're not going to need this coal generator either, or the batteries. Not gonna need any automation wire, nothing. Really good times, I have to admit. Always a pleasure to take things apart. And obviously at this point we also want to continue our fire pole. There may be certain areas I would like them to prioritize first, so we can keep things running, especially when it comes to our deodorizers right here. I do not want this to get out of hand. Atu earned another skill point, absolutely fabulous. Let's go down the path of operating, and he's actually at a pretty low morale at the moment. That is because we took apart the mess hall and it probably didn't upgrade just yet. Anyways, one thing I would like to do is disable the water cooler right away, and it looks as though we are going to need another type of decorative item, so the molding is not quite enough. Let's see, we should have enough time to upgrade the bedroom as well. At least place a comfy bed in there. Do I have enough materials? Yeah, looks like we have more than enough plastic. So I'm gonna tell Otto to destroy his bed and do that really quickly so we can have our upgraded bed. Otto, you have to work faster. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. You get a comfy bed in that place. Good stuff. This is gonna be your bed. And it's just one bed to crush all your hopes of ever getting company again. Well, I guess in terms of decor items, we could simply go with a hanging pot. I believe I still have some plants hanging around here that I could use. And then hopefully these two rooms are gonna be upgraded. Then we only would have to take care of the washroom. Ah, well, you look at this. The molding was actually enough to upgrade this to a bedroom. That's intriguing. So I don't even have to build the hanging pots. But down here we definitely need them. Mallow seeds. We could go with them, I guess. It's our only option at the moment. They also have a good temperature range. Yeah, let's do this. We're gonna plant mallow seeds. Hold on, this did not work. Okay, they might be bigger. Yeah, of course, what was I thinking? I cannot have the crown molding and then place a plant here. There we go. Now this is going to work out. 2 plants are just for symmetry and we still have enough mallow seeds. And there we go. He's actually planting them. Wonderful. This should have been enough to upgrade this. Oh no. Ah, actually, there we go. The upgrade just happened. We have a Great Hall. This is gonna help. Let's now check the circuit overload. Of course, it's because I still have the old cabling in place. We can ignore that. Can I now copy over the settings to this rock crusher? That's good. That means we can take apart this guy, take apart the ladders. Actually, let's do them in a way so that the duplicants don't get confused. And now what I would like to see is a focus on the transit tube thingy-mabob. So we have a really fast way downstairs. Looks like all my coal generators are upgraded at the moment. This is a good sign. Not sure if I want to keep the lower coal generators in place, but as you can see, we do need them, especially during the night. No question about that. What the heck is this stone hatchling doing? You're not supposed to be out here. Wait, can I attack you? There we go. Insanity! There are just 2 stone hatchlings left. I wonder what I did there. I mean, we always have new eggs incoming. I do not worry too much. But still, it's a curious thing. Okay, wonderful. They're actually not doing a too bad job. Let's continue our ceramic layer here. Yeah, we do have enough materials. And then we will continue right here on the other side. You know what? We could just go ahead and wrangle up a couple of these guys in order to replenish our ranch. That wouldn't be a problem. But still, I'm curious what happened there. Maybe it was all the hatches dying of old age, but then how did the other one get out of there? Oh, crap. We got someone trapped. What's going on? How did I do that? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I did not do something with the pliers mod there. Sometimes really weird stuff happens here, I have to admit. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the reason I want a ceramic layer here is of course because of the temperatures. This is gonna become really hot down here, and we want to make sure we don't run into any accidents. But there we go. Once this transit tube access point is in place, oh, actually it's already in place. No, the point isn't in place, but you can actually also exit a tube without the access point. But my point being, once we got access to this part, the traveling is gonna be cut down tremendously. Let's check out the skills again. R2 already comes with 16 morale points. That means we can reach our goals without problem. Of course, we want to further improve it so it can take on even more skills, but that is a good sign. The only thing that's left to do now are the wires, and oh no, what did I do here? Nothing. Okay, this just stops on its own, but we need to be careful. We're almost out of the carbon dioxide, which this pump is for. So maybe I'm just gonna move the pump all the way downstairs. I don't think this is the worst of ideas. And we're gonna do that, take this apart, and just have it a little bit further down then. Wonderful. Transit tube access point is in place. Everything is going according to plan right now. I left the game running for a little bit. You can see we've made some progress. However, there are other things on my to-do list. First and foremost, I would like to downgrade the amount of omelets we're getting and upgrade the amount of barbecue we're getting. I mean, we're already at 142,000 kilocalories. That's not too bad, but it could be better. One example you can see right here, I'm also using my Draclet eggs in order to bring into this area. And we should do the same thing with the hatchling eggs. This is an easy fix. All we have to do is add the hatchling eggs to the list right here. I'm not going to do it with the glossy Draclet eggs. These are actually the only ones I'm going to use for omelets, if ever. And I guess we want to do the same thing with the smooth hatchling eggs. Yeah, all of these should be transported over. I also want to disable the cracking of hatchling eggs. Same thing with the Draclet eggs, they shouldn't be cracked, and smooth hatchlings should also not be cracked. One more thing I was thinking about is actually making this rail go all the way up into the base. I think this might be worth it. At the moment I'm transporting it here, so it keeps fresh in the carbon dioxide. But we could just go ahead and put it into this corner. This would be much closer to the cooking station, and it would still be in a sterile environment. So I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move up here. Though I need to be careful. If I ever want to remove this rail again, all the materials are gonna fall into the steam room. I really think for beauty's sake I wanna lead it through the walls, even though that could mean some consequences for us. And we're gonna go straight up here. That's good. As for the bottom part right here, since we're gonna be collecting many materials, I thought a sweepy dock might not be a bad idea, even if just to test it out. I'm gonna place that right here. This is essentially a robot that is gonna be picking up all the materials, bringing it back to the sweepy dock. And then theoretically we could set up an auto sweeper with a storage, for instance, so the duplicants have easy access to those materials and can bring them upstairs to the storage area. With our pump right here, we actually ran into some ethanol, which had consequences for my base. The ethanol was just landing in my water pool. I was able to mop it up again, so no harm, no foul. But we might want to be careful with these kinds of things. Also, obviously, this pump served its purpose. We don't need that anymore, and we can probably go straight down here. Though, if I want to change this to a bathroom, I want to be careful. Yeah, let's just go ahead and relay it over here. And eventually, I'm going to be pumping up even more liquid here at the bottom. Now, I'm going to move my precious incubators. We're going to have approximately 4 per animal. So, instead of the 5 right here. And then we also need 4 for the sweetles and 4 for the grubs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have a little bit of space. That kind of makes me want to move stuff so we can have a storage bin here. Actually, we don't need the storage bin. The goal would be to bring all the extra eggs over here to this automatic dispenser so they can be put into this pool here as well, being processed to meat. So never mind, let's just keep it at this. Wonderful, we're getting the incubators in the joint. I think, yeah, this is so weird. You cannot copy over the settings here, really. So it only takes over the priority and we have to set the eggs ourselves. Anyways, we're going to deconstruct all of these incubators, including the chest, where we usually have a couple of glossy Draclet eggs. Right now, the glossy Draclet eggs are just laying here on the floor. I want to keep it like that, so I'm not going to program in the eggs into this automatic dispenser. The duplicants will then bring it into one of these incubators if there is a space for it. However, if everything is already occupied, I want them to bring it to this automatic dispenser. So glossy Draclet egg, as of this point, we want to include in the cycle of getting meat. And since the automatic dispenser has a much lower priority, all should be good. Here we can see somebody is bringing the glossy Draclet eggs and, well, they might be picked up by the upper auto sweeper ones, but it shouldn't pose a real problem. Actually, thinking about it, we could have the upper row with stone hatchlings and the lower row could be the glossy Draclets. Yeah, I might change that in the future, we'll see. For now, all I want to see is 4 incubators for the sweetle eggs. So all of this is going to be sweetle eggs and then we'll also have some grubs. So 4 each, and in case we get more eggs, they should also be brought over here. Easy as that, and now we're producing an awful lot of meat instead of omelets. That means all of these incubators can now go as well. Wonderful. Achu needs a little bit more work. I can definitely provide that. And maybe let's give him ladder access to this point. And if possible, I would like to sweep up the ethanol especially. Alright, the new railing system is in place as well. As you can see, these 2 rails that I'm gonna take apart here are going to land in this area. Maybe let's go ahead and see this happen. I can take apart this part, that is for sure. Set up a ladder here, and then we're just gonna up the priority so I can take care of this problem. I don't want stuff laying around here. Everything should be clean. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. We now have some iron ore. I'm just going to pick this up. Let's see. Iron ore, please be brought over. Thank you. And then we can disable this again. And now it's traveling all the way up to the new area. This is much better if you ask me. All the meat and the eggshells are now going to be brought over here. However, if possible, I would like to sweep up the iron ore again. Don't want to store that with my food. No, sir. Wonderful. Everything is running quite smoothly. I'm still doing research. It's never ending, but we're almost done here. So to wrap up the episode, I would like to take apart the interstellar research system to make space for the real rocketry program that we're gonna launch very soon. I also have some more ceramic. Maybe we can finish this. No, not quite, but we're slowly getting there. Wow, I have to say, we came much further than I first anticipated. I would like to continue my layer of sedimentary rock here, just to fill up the gaps between the neutronium. And yeah, looking at this, I think I'm going to switch the system. This is now going to be my glossy Draclet breeding system, which is going to make it slightly more organized and automated. So all of these eggs can now be removed, that should be good. And they now belong to the automated breeding / butchering system. The tune-up of these generators is working phenomenally at priority 7. 6 was not quite enough to keep up with it for some reason. But yeah, I have to say I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. Maybe let's add another ladder at this point. And I probably want to do the same thing here on the other side. Just have an extra way to get up and down. We did it! We completed the research. This was the last of the interstellar research. That means, Gene, you can come back, finally. You're all done here. This is great news. I'm gonna change this to all, also change the crew. And just to be sure, I'm actually not sure if that is really necessary, but I want to go ahead and pick up the rest of my plastic before we destroy the rocket. This is so great. So only the atomic research has to be done still. We can take it apart, remove this module. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and then remove this module and remove this module. Everything can go as of this point. I'm also gonna destroy some of these lines here, at least up to this point until I know what to do. And yeah, all of this setup can now go. I'm probably gonna start replacing it with a telescope so we can explore space a little bit more and figure out where to go next. But that is essentially it. I'm pretty happy with what we have accomplished today. Even more improvements, things are gonna be running extremely smoothly. Also, the food situation is more than under control right now, I would say. So maybe soon enough we want to switch to the gas range. And we're probably gonna focus on cooking barbecue with cooked fish, which should give us even more morale than before. But yeah, for that we first need a steady source of natural gas. Okay, I would say with that out of the way, let's wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.